Is the program visible? Database program.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the student record, and we have added int flag into it so as to perform logical deletion. Okay, so this is for logical deletion purpose. I have explained you what is logical and physical deletion, or no?
Yes, ma'am. It's done.
Okay, so flag is taken for logical deletion purpose. These are all the functions declared. Okay, this is for accepting the value of single record, which is called in create database function. Okay, so this is accepting single record and returning that. Okay, and this is creating complete database. Display, it is for displaying single record, and this display is displaying complete database. Okay, searching is linear search or sequential search, okay, where we visit every record and we compare the key with the parameter of that particular record. So our key parameter is roll number. So we are comparing with roll number here. Then modify, having similar syntax, but it is not returning anything. It is just searching the record and modifying the values there. And there are two deletion functions. This is for permanent deletion. This del function is for permanent deletion of the record, where we are overwriting the records. Okay, we are overwriting the records with the next ones, and number of records will get modified, so that modified number of records we are returning here. And this is for logical deletion, where the logic will be similar to modify function, but instead of modifying other parameters, we will just modify the flag. Okay, we will search that record and we will modify the flag as deleted. Okay, and I have also added sorting function into it to sort the records according to roll number. My key parameter is roll number, so according to roll number, I am sorting in the ascending order. Okay, and this function also I have added for displaying the records which are deleted, logically deleted records. Okay, so those will be displayed by this display delete function. Clear? So we have seen all these other functions. Is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have discussed all these functions. Searching. Then have you tried all these functions? कौन से functions try किए हैं? कौन से work हो रहा है, किसमें problem आ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? Yes. Are you trying all these programs? Database is very much important assignment, which is required always. All the functions are working. Which functions you have tried? Yes. Sumit. Respond quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Which functions you tried regarding structures? Accepting and
Accepting and modify.
modify.
Sorting.
Search किया क्या? Huh? Can you show your assignment? Please show your program. Shall I stop sharing so that you can share? Yes, Sumit, are you showing your program?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, in the next week or so, I will keep one turn after our 4 assignments are complete. Okay, and they are submitted on the classroom. I will keep one turn especially for the discussion of the assignments. I am going to check all the assignments of you one by one. Okay, so do submit your assignments on classroom on time, and that will be like mock submission for first 4 assignments. We will be discussing the things. Okay, and then we will go for the next assignments. Okay, after the 4 assignments are over, we will keep one turn specially for checking your programs. I will ask you to share the screens, etc., what problems you are facing, etc., that we will discuss. Okay, because these 4 assignments are very much important. Afterwards, we need all these. Be fast. So it is expected in the practical sessions you should keep your programs, etc., ready on which you are working currently. You should quickly open the program. Yes, Sumi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
आपका प्रोग्राम एटसेट्रा ओपन होना चाहिए आपके एडिटर में so that whatever we are discussing you can immediately implement it after the discussion. Otherwise सारा वन वे होगा तो उसका कुछ यूज नहीं होगा. Immediately you have to implement these things.
एक्चुअली मैम मैंने वो ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर पे किया था, वो फाइल मिलने
नहीं करना है ना आपको. सेव तो करना रहता है. प्रोग्राम सेव करना है एवरी टाइम.
नो मैम, लास्ट लेक्चर में आप वो डेटाबेस का बता रहे थे ना, तब लेक्चर के टाइम पे मैंने ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर पे किया था.
Maybe you have to store it no क्योंकि उसी में अभी अपडेट करना है ना हमको. उसी में और फंक्शंस डालने हैं. So I'll continue searching modified deletion, physical and logical deletion both I explained no? And I have added sorting function into it. So sorting may I am passing the database, it is our database array and the dimension of it, and then I'm calling display function to display the records. Okay, so sorting देखते हैं. Sorting में I'm following the algorithm bubble sort here, simplest algorithm for sorting. And here, see, the outer loop is for counting the passes, number of passes. So there are n minus 1 passes, and in every pass, what is done, adjacent elements are compared in the bubble sort. Okay, so this is following bubble sort logic, where adjacent elements are compared. If they are not in the required order, we swap them. So this j is pointing the elements j equal to 0 to j less than n minus 1 because we are comparing jth and j plus 1th element. Okay, j and j plus 1 हम compare कर रहे हैं. That's why if they are not in the required order, we are going to swap them. Okay, we're going to swap. Clear? This is for swapping. And the temp which we have taken is of the record type, that struct student type. Okay, stud temp. So at a time we are swapping complete record. We are not swapping roll number first, then uh, the names like that. We are swapping complete record at a time. Okay, s of jth record we are swapping with s of j plus 1 if they are not in the required order. We want the records to be in ascending order. So previous record should be less than the next. But here, if they are not in the required order, we are going to swap it. Okay, descending order में चाहिए तो you have to just simply change this sign. Okay, so this is the logic for bubble sort, and we will see all the sorting and searching functions in the next unit, third unit. Okay, but for this time you can apply this logic for sorting the records. Yeah, and the next function is, as we discussed last time, we can have one function to just check the deleted records. Okay, so in this display deleted, it is similar to our display function. Just if the flag is 1, we are displaying that record. That means flag is for deleted, then we are displaying that record. Okay, other records we are not displaying. So these functions I have added. I can execute this program. So all these options are there in the program. Yes, I have also added insert record function. So if you want to see insert record, I'm just inserting one more record at the end. So पहले create में suppose I have added 3 records, and afterwards if I want to add one more record, I will call this insert record function, in which just insert, what is which option? Eighth option is insert record. So in this case, I'm just accepting the record and putting it at s of n place, and n I am incrementing. Okay, so in my database, in the next place, I'm inserting one more record and incrementing the total number of records. Okay, so this is for inserting one more record into your database. So I have added that function also. So one set one name ABC, roll number, and marks. One more record, was 23, and marks. One more record, roll number, and these are the marks. Display. Okay. So this is the order. I will insert one more record at the end. This is the roll number, and marks are set. One more record is inserted. I will call sorting. Okay. So after sorting, the records are sorted according to roll numbers. Okay. So all the records are sorted. If you can check, the complete record is sorted. XYZ 45 566 is the last record. Okay, and uh, I have the temporary deletion function 6. Suppose I delete 23 and I display it. So 23 is not there. And if I check in the deleted, my ninth option is display deleted records. So I'm displaying it. Okay. The deleted records can be displayed in this way. Any doubt? Any doubt in this program? Anything that you have not understood? So you can enhance your program as your requirements. It can be enhanced more. Any doubt? Shall we start the next assignment? Sure. So we'll see whether we have completed all the things in the third assignment. Okay, so there were options: add record, display database, search, delete, sort, also modify, and you can add more options as per your requirement. Okay, जितना अच्छा करोगे उतना practice होगा. And you have to do this for inventory system. I have done this for student database. Next assignment is again database operations, but we will be using, instead of array of structures, we will be using file. Okay, so create database for employees of an organization using sequential file. Okay, so here we will be creating the employee database using sequential file, and all of you have to revise the file operations. We have studied different functions uh, which we can use for doing the file operations. Okay? And the operations will be display, add records, search record, then modify, delete, and sort using bubble sort. Okay, so all these operations are there. Okay, so here we have to implement employee database. Now here again for explanation I have taken student database. Yeah, I have not taken the employee database. You can select the parameters for employee. What can be the different parameters for any employee? Can be added into the structure. Yes. What are the different parameters for employee? Salary. First is salary. Experience. Date of joining. Which will be the unique parameter?
Post.
Post is not unique. There can be multiple people on the same post.
Name.
ID of employee.
Employee ID is unique. Yes. Name also can be similar. Name can be there for two employees. So employee ID is the unique parameter, and you can have other parameters like name, date of joining, salary, post, etc. Okay, experience. So you can have many more parameters. Okay, so you will be writing your structure with 3 to 4 parameters. Identify 3 to 4 important parameters, and accordingly write your structure. So here I have taken again the similar struct student, okay, where marks, name, and roll number is there, and I'm now using file instead of array of structure. Now my structure which I'm using for implementation of database is file. So I have declared here file pointers. Okay, this is my file pointer fp and pointer fs, which I will be using for some operation. And the menu will be similar, adding the details, then display, search, delete, modify, exit, etc. Okay, now I'm not passing anything. I'm just passing a file pointer to every function. So insert and display we will see first, so that we will create our database. We will create the file, okay, and accordingly that will be getting modified every time. See, when I execute this program now, I will execute the program. और execution screen visible है क्या? Or no?
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, here is the execution screen. Is it now visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So before adding any records, if I'm displaying, now I am finding many records here because I have executed this program multiple times. So there are certain records already present in the file. Okay, but in case of structure, if I directly display, there is no record because that is temporary database which is getting stored in the array of structures. But here the database is permanent. So whatever records I have added, they are getting stored in the file. Okay, so the records are already present. Clear? That is the difference between file and the simple array of structures. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we can first we will discuss these two functions, insert and display. Now, first of all, we have to open the file in the required mode. In case of insertion, the file should be opened in the append mode. Okay. If we open in the write mode, the previous records will be discarded. So you have to open it in append mode. A plus. Why A plus? Because I can read also the records. Okay. So we have seen different file opening mode. So for inserting, I am following A plus mode, and this is my database file. Okay, student.txt. Now this file is getting opened, and if this file is not present previously, it will get created. Okay, अगर first बार पहले बार execute कर रहे हो, you can execute it, and this file will get created automatically. Okay, and this is for error check-in. If fp is null, then file cannot be opened. Return. Otherwise, if file is opened properly, fp will not be null. Okay, so in that case, you will be asking the details of your employee to the user. Here, I'm asking about the student details, name, roll number, marks, etc. And using fwrite function, I'm writing it into the file. Okay, after taking the details from the user, I am using fwrite function to write that single record s at a time into the file. We have seen the syntax of this also. Okay, so revise all the functions, they are required here. And again, I am asking the user whether he wants to add one more record into it. Okay, now tell me, when we are opening the file in append mode, where is our file pointer pointing? Yes.
At the end.
At the end, yes. So this record will be written at the end. Wherever file pointer is pointing, the record will be inserted at the end. Okay. And then we are asking, so there is no need of incrementation, because automatically when we are writing the record, the file pointer will be pointing to the next position, that is again the end. Okay. So if user says, yes, I want to add one more record, then new record will be taken into S, and that will be written into the file again. Okay, and in this so after this loop is getting executed completely. Okay, this do while loop is complete, so whatever records we want to insert, we are inserting at the end, and then we have to close the file point. Okay, because we have opened in a plus mode, we will open it, we will close it immediately before we close the function, before we end the function. Okay, this is This is the proper way of doing the file handling. And in display function, I am again opening the file in the read mode. Okay, because I want to read from the beginning. And in the read mode, if I open the file in the read mode, automatically the file pointer will point to the beginning. Okay, again I will check for the error part. If it is not getting any error, we are using the while loop. In while loop, fread is called multiple times until we reach end of file. This fread will read the record. Okay, and that record will be in this variable s. And we will display all the details about s. Clear? And this I is maintained for counting the number of records. So if I is 0 and every time I am reading the record, I am counting it. Okay. So even if you want, you can count, or so it is displaying here details of record number 1, record number 2, like that. Okay. So I is used for that. And then we are closing the file. Okay, we are reading the file here and displaying the details of that particular record. Single record we are reading at a time, and we will, this loop will continue till we reach end of file. We'll start from first record till end of file. It will display all the records. Okay, and then we are closing it. Clear? So instead of this, okay, where we can see the file, we can just go wherever my program is. I will check whether the file is there or not. Program is here. I will check whether my student.txt, the name of the file is student.txt. Okay, so this student.txt is there, and if we can open this file, we can read a few contents of it. Okay, PQRS, etc. Something is there in the file. Why it is not readable? Because fread it is it works, it writes or reads the records in the binary format. Okay, that's why it is not readable. So if you want, I can delete this file from here and we can execute the program again. Now if I display, it is on another path. I can use another file if I want to create a new file. I can create it. I will delete this student.txt file which has all these records. Okay, now I will try to display. This file cannot be opened, it is not existing. Okay, and it is we are opening in read mode, so that file must be there. If the file is opening in read mode and file is not there, it will give the error. Okay, that's why I should first add the records. Okay, now the file is getting created by its own, and I can enter the new records into it. And if I display, now the record is there. I want to add one more record. Yeah, it will 45 instead of name. Okay, the two records are there in the file. Any doubt till this? Insert and display.
Ma'am, here we are accepting the data in structure format, right? And then
Yes.
how it is converting it into text.
See, if write function is for that only, no? You can write the complete byte stream into the file. If write function, what it does, it writes complete that block into the file at a time. So we are writing here block of the file, block of the record, size of S at a time
Okay.
into the file. Okay.
Okay.
And if read is used for reading the block from the file. And what is the size of that block? Size of S, size of that single structure. Okay, that we are reading. Any other doubt? तो पहले array of structures पे करो सारे database operations, understand all the database operations, how they are done, okay, on temporary database, and then go for file. Okay, यहाँ पे भी searching के लिए we are following the logic for the linear search or sequential search. So searching may be, first of all we have to take the key from the user. Okay, so in searching you can take the key and pass it to the search function. यहाँ पे key is taken in the function itself. Search function. So here first the file is opened, okay, in the read mode, because we have to search, so we have to just access all the records from beginning to end. That's why read mode is used. And here we are taking the key from the user, roll number to be searched, n. And every time when we are reading the record, like we have done here in the display function, okay, we are reading from beginning to end. Similarly in searching also we have to read the records from beginning to end. So we are reading one by one record and we are comparing the roll number with that particular record's roll number. Okay, here we are comparing the key with the roll number. And if the match is found, we are displaying all the details of that particular record. So this is again linear search, where we are accessing all the records from beginning to end. And we are comparing the key with that roll number. Okay. And after the match is found, we can return immediately, no need of further comparison. Okay, but if this loop gets completed, that means match is not found anywhere, and so we can say that record is not found. Okay, here also you can return found or not found flag. Okay, and if you want to return a position here, you can return this I, which we are counting. Okay, I is initially 0, and whenever you are comparing, you are going to the next record, I is incrementing. So you can return this I if you want position. Okay, so ये तीन functions पहले try करो, create, display and searching. Modify and deletion I will explain you in the next term. Okay, पहले structure का assignment complete करो, so that all the database operations you will understand properly, searching, sorting, etc. And then go for this file. इसमें create, display पहले करो and searching, linear search. These are simple functions. Okay, and I will explain you the further logic afterwards. इसमें कुछ doubt है? Yes. And keep the habit of immediately implementing the assignments. Otherwise, there will be a lot of explanation, and if you are not implementing, You will not understand further assignments. Explain the. I will share the attendance sheet. Thank you.